today I want to talk about the concept of pay yourself first. The concept is that you save part of your income at the moment the income comes in, not at the end of the week. People rarely save if they wait to see if there's money left over at the end of the pay period. So in thinking about that, imagine that we say 10% is what you're going to save. And you're maybe 40 years old and maybe have worked for 20 years. If we took the example that you started with $500 in your savings and you saved your 10% of an average of $800, $80 a week, over that time you'd have $83,000. If you received an interest income of maybe 4% on that, it'd be $130,000. Have a think of how long you've been working. Have you got that sort of money set aside? And that's only if it's cash. What if it was leveraged into property or something like that? It would be a lot more. The problem is, as we go through those stages of life we talked about last time, it gets harder to save. But let's make sure we do it and just change the amount. One example was one of our grandchildren started doing a little bit of work for us in the office, just doing some filing. And we paid them the grand sum of $2 this day. But we gave them the money in 20-cent pieces. We wrote a note that the first 20 cents was to give away, to get them into the concept of one investment as giving to others. A second 20 cents, we said, was to give to their mum and dad for giving them shelter, getting into the concept of paying rent or board or a mortgage. And then 20 cents to savings, being 10% of what they'd earn. And then said, go and do what you like with the other $1.40. What if we all took that example? But the point is, it'll be different through the chaos of young children and the weight of teens. But make it something. If it's not 10%, make it 5 or 2%, because it's all about the habit that we want to get. So how long have you been working? How much have you earned? Is there 10% average of that saved somewhere or sitting in investments? If you haven't done that before, the old saying, the best time to plant a tree if you didn't do it 20 years ago is today. So how about we start today, get into the concept of pay yourself first.